It goes really down to the policy wording itself and whether or not there is a concern or a logical reason for not paying out on the basis of the wording that's in the policies. So there's a number of features to these policies which are worth sort of noting. They essentially look at providing coverage for any infectious and contagious disease that occurs within a 40-kilometer radius that is notifiable. People are saying, well, the lockdown was what caused it, not the disease. And the problem is that government's responses to a notifiable disease are inseparable from the act of notifiability. Notifiable disease is essentially a reportable, highly infectious and contagious disease that must be reported to a national structure. It's governed by the National Health Act. You don't notify for any other reason than to have government decide what the appropriate response is going to be. When you look at what we've experienced in South Africa, the causal relationship between the shutdowns and the restrictions of access and the quarantining are obviously a direct response of government receiving information on a notifiable condition. So certainly when you read the wording of the policies, it's really kind of difficult to understand under what scenarios that policy was designed to pay out if it wasn't in an instance like this. Because if you had any kind of business closure that resulted from government action that was driven by a notifiable condition, theoretically, it's not covered in this instance because somehow it's the independent action of government that is seen as the cause for the business interruption and not the disease.
This moment of clarity comes from one of thousands of interviews you'll be able to access by downloading the free BizNews.com app in the Apple or Google Play app stores.